Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pedal to the Metal podcast. Me and American Meck, we're trying something a little different tonight with the audio. It might be a hit, it might be a miss. We'll see what happens if this gets recorded or so. We hope it does. Starting off with a little DJ set by DJ Chillwick, myself. Well, it just restarted. The whole system's just restarted. American Mech, where you at? You there yet? Just give us a new set here.
I am right here, man. I just gotta turn off my music.
Got my DJ set running on some batteries at the moment. You hearing me good over there? Is the music coming in okay? Am I coming in okay?
Yes, sir. You're coming in great. I hear you. I see you great.
Let me ask you this. I'm moving.
I feel fucking good.
I'm moving around right now. Can you hear me as I'm moving, or does the sound come in and out as I move? How is that?
No, I see you. Hear you perfectly right now.
Oh, good. So hopefully that music set came in okay. I think we're going to get, our podcast is going to be improving, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Pedal to the Metal podcast on January 26, 2024. And we're trying some new stuff out with the audio. Let's go with this one, man. We got things rolling. Let's go. I think the music gets me a little going as DJ Chilwick. My name is Chadwick, and I go by DJ Chilwick when I'm on the spinner over there. American Meck is a guitar player. He'll be playing some guitar in the future for us as well. So,
I'm already learning a few notes that sound like Metallica and working on my own song right now, trying to make it perfect, but boosh, like a boom.
American Mech, like I said, I was holding off on this shot to start a shut off with you here. I got my shot glass. Do you want to take a drink with me? We're going to start off the podcast. I don't know if this is the right thing to do. You want to take a drink or
Well, yeah.
what?
Missed the camera. Damn.
All right, cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Ah, yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a lot planned. We actually came up with the whole plan, and the plan starts with talking about Pokemon Go. Who would have thought that was going to be what I brought up? But it is. It
I know,
is.
right? You and
Yep.
I played a game, and I won a battle out there. Fortunately, my phone died right when I was trying to capture the Pokemon, but hopefully it lets me retry it again. But fuck me. But yeah, I love Pokemon Go.
I don't understand it. I don't play it.
uh,
I don't play Pokemon Go. I never have. I've seen it on videos and I understand kind of an idea around it. So American Mech, how long have you been playing Pokemon Go for? Let's start off with that question.
I want to say 6 or 7 because I play it when I hang out with Joe. So maybe 7 years I've been playing it for.
Woo!
Because he
Yeah.
introduced me to games. So yeah, about 7 years now, and I'm level 30 right now in it.
So
I
I'm.
stopped playing it for a little while, and then I started to back up again, saying, "Screw it, it's a fun game. Let's keep going." And
I think 7.
it's
Yeah.
fun.
I remember it being a huge topic in the news was Pokemon Go, and that was probably 7 years ago when that was in the news. Is that I'm guessing? Assume you probably started right when it came out. Is that right when it kind of came out? As far as you know, is 7 years ago?
I don't know. I would have to ask somebody of that, but
Yeah.
maybe I don't know. But I fucking love the game. I still fucking do, and I hate all the people are probably gonna hate me, but I hated the Pokemon games on the 3DSs and etc. I just never liked it until Pokemon Go came out. The cards, yeah, they were cool, but I was more into Yu-Gi-Oh. But until Pokemon Go came out, I could give two shits about the other games. Honestly, I just never liked them.
That's funny. You actually answered the question that I was going to ask you next, which was, have you ever played? So I come from the background of my main game of Pokemon was I played Pokemon on the. Well, I played it on multiple. The main thing that got me going was like one of my first games that really I became kind of into actually was on the Game Boy Color. It was called Pokemon Blue version. I also had the yellow version. It's the same thing. Yellow, red, blue. They were all three the same things. And you didn't care. You never. Did you ever have a? Did you ever have a Game Boy Color or a Game Boy in your life?
Color, yes, and I had I tried my brother's stuff that he had. He had a Game Boy Advance, the one that like flipped up, and then he also had something else I can't remember. Well, we also grew up with the Sega, and then all the PS systems, and we basically started out with the Sega, and then came out the Game Boys, and then that's when the other systems started coming out. Plus phones, because phones were kind of bad when we grew up. But yeah, we we still had phones, but they were flip phones beginning out. I remember like we were excited about like, oh, this is cool. But yeah, I remember like growing up when I was in elementary school, like, oh, this is cool. I got my first flip phone. Yay. I remember my dad was telling me about like this big ass phone that you can apparently carry around. I gotta ask him the year on that, but it, phones are big back in the old days with like our generations. Now it we grew up with like the newer technology with like small phones. So now we got better technology, and kids nowadays are just gonna be spoiled as shit thinking they deserve everything, being like, oh, I want the new greatest technology. Try growing up in our generations, like, damn. That and like the computers, like I still remember going to school doing those like box fucking desktops, and they were fucking so shit, but we were still able to like play Minecraft. It's like the only game on the computer in my school. And then like we had to like do a lot of shit to get games. You remember those old days in high school and shit? And even like kids nowadays, like in high school, they can bring in a fucking laptop to just type out what they fucking want to do. When we were in high school, we had to write down everything in fucking paper and be like, yeah, alright, here's my score, here's blah blah blah. Everything was in paper, but now they can just bring a laptop, just type down notes and be like, do 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 do. It's annoying, but we gotta deal with that shit. And kids nowadays are just. When we were adults in 18, we dealt with a lot of shit. Now they kind of just got easy with fucking laptops saying, oh yeah, you're good, bring it in. And some school even gives out free fucking laptops if I remember right. It's like, fuck our generation plus our parents. Like, this is stupid. How we were raised. You know what I mean, dude? You agree?
Yeah, so I'm a little bit older than American Mech here, and I don't know if you had to deal with what I had to deal with. What I actually like when I used to call my friends in elementary school, I would actually have to call their house phone. I had my house phone, and they had their house phone is what we call it. That's what we call them, is our
Yes.
and
Yes,
and
I
and,
did deal with that.
and I actually had to memorize their numbers. I still actually do memorize all of my good friends' numbers by heart to this day. As growing up as a
Here, I still have them.
millennial, I'm somebody who had to grow up in the way that I would have to remember my friends' numbers, and I would have to dial them into the phone and call them, and that's how I got in communication with them. There was no video contact like we're doing at the moment. It was only like I call them. If they answer, it might be their parents that answer. It might be them that answer. Usually it's their parents, and then I have to ask their parents, can I speak to my friend? And then we would connect and make things happen from there. That was the one thing. Yeah, let's go back to what you were talking about to start with, which was where we started with Pokemon Go. I kind of get to go off track here with all of the nostalgic things of being a millennial in so many different ways. Internet going, turning on the internet back in the day. When I was a child, it would go. If I picked up the phone, I couldn't use the phone because if somebody were on the internet and there was a computer. Fortunately, I was blessed to be in a house, like in a place with a computer. It would be like, so I couldn't even talk to somebody on the phone if somebody was on the internet at the time, because that's how the internet worked. As myself growing up, is that when somebody was using the internet, nobody was able to use the phone because it took over the phone line. So today everything's changed, and things have changed even like very fast. Everything's changed super fast, and I think American Mech, you can probably agree with me on that. How fast things have changed since we were, I don't know, since we were even like born.
Yeah, I have to agree 100%, man. Everything's just changed nowadays with the technology, even computers, laptops, and whatnot. And yeah, just everything. Just everything just new to us, and even we're still trying to learn, but we fucking love it. And learning out new things about the technology, and we're the new generation where we gotta make kids and make shit happen, and we're the ones that gotta realize the next generation is gonna make everything like more crazier. Like they're probably gonna come out with something better on a laptop, probably. Like you fucking never know, man. Like let's see the kind of stuff out better with laptops and whatnot. Like I remember when I was in high school, I still had fucking laptops, but they were cheap little pieces of shit that had like a fucking mouse right in the middle of the thing where you still like type and shit. But I want to see what the next generation is actually going to fucking truly be. Like, can they come up with something better laptops, more powerful for
Yeah,
gaming,
yeah, there is.
something more better for school, and like let's see what they come up with when we're I don't know, say 60 or even better yet 80, and if we're still doing this shit, being like, oh, what's up, Ross? How are y'all doing that? Like I can see us doing that shit. Like, ah man, our kids nowadays got this. Like, and we're just gonna be bragging like, ah, lucky bastards.
Yeah, Meck.
You know what I mean?
Meck, I'll tell you what, man. I keep up with technology a bit more than you, I think, and one of the things that's going to change the world is AI technology. Let's go back though, because I know I want to jump into all kinds of places with where this conversation is going. And we started off with Pokemon Go, and I really want to jump back into that subject of Pokemon Go because I want to start off with Pokemon though. I was talking about how I played the Game Boy Color and how that was my first experience into the Pokemon world. And also, let me speak. Let me keep going for a moment here. And also, Pokemon cards was a big thing during my growing up time. People collected Pokemon cards. I never played the game. I was more into collecting I did collect Pokemon cards too, and I did get a Charizard card at one point, which was like the rarest card you could get was a shiny, flashy Charizard first edition Charizard. I actually was able to get one of those cards in a pack, which is worth at the time $100 US dollars today. It might have been worth more. I actually traded it away to my friend for some Legos because Legos were important to me at the time as well. So I was able to trade it to a good friend of mine. I remember his name and I can mention it. It's I'll say his first name was Steve. I traded my friend Steve for some of his Lego characters and some of his Legos, my Charizard card, and I could have gotten $100 for it at the time. And also today it's worth even much more money than that. Having a Charizard card today is like the card's value has gone up. Who would have thought? Anyways, let's go back. I like this is so exciting, this podcast to me, and why I'm talking so fast at the moment is because I want to get to a lot of subjects, and I feel like we're kind of short on time. Is how is my feeling is like we're always got to get this much info and entertainment as possible here. Woo! So yeah, let's go back. I played Pokemon. On my Game Boy Color. I also played one of my favorite games that I didn't have one of my favorite games was playing that I got to play was on the Nintendo 64, Super Smash Brothers, and they had Pokemon characters in it like Pikachu, and I think there was some other ones like if you threw Pokeballs in the game, Bulbasaur would come out, and different Pokemon would come out, and Onyx shooting the rocks down and all of that. I have like such nostalgia coming from this. I'm talking fast because I'm getting so excited here talking about this stuff, and I'm going to slow it down and get back to Pokemon Go. All right, so Pokemon Go, you started around 7 years ago playing, and Can you explain to us the basics of Pokemon Go and what the game is for anybody who's never heard of it, so we can get an understand? Like, pretend like none of us have heard of it because I've heard of it, but can you give us like the basics of the game?
More fun when you're a kid, and yeah, I gotta get back from longboarding, you buy myself another longboard and go out and go explore the parks around here. But you go around here and whatnot, you can like go find like Pokemon spots and shit like that, and you can like go find like cool Pokemon and like even play the game like while you're on your bike or whatever, or longboard or shit like that. It's a lot of fun, and you can go do what you want to do. And there's like Pokeball stops where you can go stop at like three Pokeballs, four Pokeballs, and revivers, and yeah, like just go out there, have fun, go play Pokemon Go, go catch yourself some legendary Pokemon, and even tell you where like the good Pokemon is. So it's like
I understand what you're saying, Meck, and I'm going to cut you off for a second here and ask you, can you explain the game and in like a 1 minute answer of what the game is in 1 minute, like just to explain the game for nobody who's ever for somebody who's never played it, somebody who you're telling the game to for the first time they've ever heard the game, what it is, what do you do in the game?
it's a game that makes you really fucking want to walk because you even got incubators where you gotta go travel or literally just like go walk, go longboard, go do your thing, and it can put on your incubator, and it takes your fucking footsteps and it tells you how much you walk and shit like that. Fucking longboarders, blah blah blah. And you hatch an egg and you can get a Pokemon just fucking doing that. And yeah, you can literally that's why they got the game to make it uh more physical for you. So you gotta go get your stuff. And that's one thing that's what my buddy Joey
Cut you off right there.
me.
Cut you off. That was the 1 minute. I get it. Thank you for explaining that. So there's a bit of a different explanation than I was actually expecting you to mention there. And there's some people here who have never even heard of Pokemon, let's pretend. So they kind of are questioning what this even means, what you just said there. But what you said in the 1 minute, I asked you to answer 1 minute, what was the answer? And the answer was that it's a game where it tracks your kind of footsteps and how much you've traveled. So it helps you kind of like become more of a healthy person in a way. It's more so than what I was, it's a game that helps you become a healthy person. Is that what you were saying? Is that correct to say? Or like, or more, maybe I'm saying that wrong. It was how you said it was how American Mac just explained the game in 1 minute. In my interpretation of his 1 minute speech was that it tracks where you go and it follows your footsteps. And you could be skateboarding, you could be longboarding, you could be doing any of those things, and it's tracking how far you go. And that's all I got. That's all I got. So is that the game? Like, is that enough for people? Is that enough for people to understand the
Literally
game?
the fucking game. Even I gotta maybe buy a new longboard soon because I miss longboarding, man.
Have we explained the game enough to people that, because I feel like I know the game. Like, I have an idea of what the game is and how I would have explained.
That
I've never
that
even.
is literally the best way I can explain it. It's a game to get you go want exercise and go meet new people. They're probably on a phone stream like, hey, you playing? Yeah, of course. Go have fun. Go meet new people. There's so many people at those stops. They even got battle arenas that you can go at if you don't want to pay for it or whatever, and be like, yeah, I'm here. What's up? I'm gonna kick your ass.
I've never played the actual game, but I understand it, and I've been following the game on news and stuff like that. So, can you explain what you mean by how do you meet other people in the game? How do you meet real life people through playing the game? Can you explain that part of the game for everybody?
Go have fun, catch Pokemon Go, and meet new people for the Pokestops. You never know who's gonna be playing it, and I don't know. I really never had to explain Pokemon Go to anybody. It's an easy, fun, fucking game. That's all I can really say about it, man.
How do you actually meet people though? Like, how do you actually meet people in real life through the game? And I don't know if you've explained that well enough for everybody to understand. Can you what is Pokemon? What is a Pokemon? Do you catch them? Like, do you what is a Pokemon? What is Pokemon in general? What is Pokemon? What is Pokemon? I'm smiling because like, what does Pokemon mean? What is a Pokemon? I'm asking you this because I think this is a good entertaining podcast, and I think this is like something that brings value to some people.
You really asked me what Pokemon is.
Yeah, I'm being the stupid person and asking all the questions that I kind of know the answers to myself.
Well, for
I,
that kind of person that's a fucking complete retard.
well, let's hold off on that. Let's hold off on calling them that kind of name.
Okay, not
Let's say
retard, but
let's
no
say
one
they're
actually played Pokemon.
Yeah, let's say they're
Uh,
a young person who's grown up and they're hearing about Pokemon for the first time. They heard the word Pokemon, but they know nothing about Pokemon and what it actually is. So what is Pokemon to them? Can you explain it to the new person who's new to the Pokemon, I guess?
a Pokemon is literally just like a character that has like these type of abilities that have everything that you can think of, like lightning, air, water, uh, earth, leaf, um, and I don't know if there's more, but oh yeah, you got those like legendaries and whatnot, and then alright, you can explain the legendaries, those I still had trouble on. But yeah, there are certain ones I can defeat. Other ones are better than. This is hard for me to explain. Um, but yeah, they have everything, and I feel like that's where the Avatar movie came out, so they can make a movie about Pokemon. I feel like that's where the Avatar came out with the abilities or whatnot. I feel like they went on the base of Pokemon, but made a little bit better. Wow, now I'm thinking a little too hard. But yeah, that's that Pokemon.
Yeah, so you
Did I
explained.
explain that right?
I think you explained there's different elements to the Pokemon. There's air, earth, water, fire, and electricity. Which I know. I already know. I already know, Meck. So, but there's people out there. Let's just pretend like let's just play pretend here. We're playing pretend. So, explain like what do these Pokemon look like? What are these Pokemon made out of? What do you mean by they have these elements to them? What are these things? These Pokemon?
Alright, you know the game better than me. You actually had a fucking card. You do this one. Stop putting me on the spot.
Okay.
I get you got the question, so it's your turn. You explain that one, man.
Okay. I will. So, for ladies and gentlemen, you're right. It is a hard question, but yeah, Pokemon. It's a Japanese game that was made I believe it was made in Japan, and Pokemon are different characters that are kind of like creative characters that were made through sci-fi, is meaning like science fiction rather than real fiction. They were science fiction, meaning that they were fake characters, and they were kind of made in this anime type of cartoonish video TV series, and this TV series became popular, and the Pokemon cards became popular. and each of the characters were kind of like had different looks to them. And what I mean by different looks to them is like the most famous character of Pokemon was obviously Pikachu. For those of you who know about Pokemon, so Pikachu was a character that Ash, the main character in Pokemon, the show and also movies, is his name was Ash. He's also the main character in most of the games, and Ash carried around this character with him called Pikachu, which was this yellow character that looked like a mouse with a tail that looked kind of like an electric bolt. And this mouse character that was yellow and it looked like a mouse and had this tail that looked like an electric bolt could shoot out electricity from it. That was like Meck was speaking about a minute ago. He's speaking about how the different characters, they had different things, whether it was earth, fire, wind, air, or electricity, which is what Pikachu was. He was an electric Pokemon. So his Pikachu's specialty was electricity, and he could shoot out electricity out of his body, and that was what it was best at doing. So to explain, like he was a little mouse, Pikachu was a little mouse, and Ash carried this Pokemon around with him. But there was over the original Pokemon series had at least 100 different characters, which you think of all of the Earth. Yeah, right. It is hard to explain. Meck, can you go? Can I shut down for a minute and then you speak about another Pokemon? I talked about Pikachu. Can you talk about either one of the next ones? The next main characters in Pokemon would be Bulbasaur slash Ivysaur slash I don't know, like Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and the fire Pokemon, which would be Charizard slash Charmander. So can you speak about one of those three? Is that those would be like the next
three? Okay, I got you. Charmander was one that like was able to like put up fire and like actually like destroy also like some of the one with the water and air and Pikachu, like then they can destroy them. Now Charmander, he can kind of do the same thing, but he's a little bit more weaker than what was this one? Squirtle, I think.
You're right. Squirtle was a waterman Pokemon.
Yeah, water is stronger.
Yep. Than fire.
But Pikachu, out of all of them, is kind of a bit more powerful than the two of them. And you got Charmander. Technically, if you upgrade a Pikachu to whatever the upgrade is, I have him. I can't remember what his name is, but it's powerful than Charizard.
Questionable.
Not questionable.
You're going to cause some arguments within the Pokemon community. Oh, okay. Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
They can look it up, but
Charmander, you were talking about Charmander and how it's weaker than...
I wish I had my phone on me right now
so,
to look this all up. But
explain Charmander a bit more and what Charmander is. What is Charmander? What does it look like? Who is it?
Charmander is one that can fly, and he can also just shoot fire straight out of his mouth whenever he wants to.
Okay. So when I think of Charmander, what would Charmander look like to you? Like, what kind of thing does it look like that you can compare it to in life?
Me.
Okay, so Charmander looks like Meck. So if you look at Meck, that's what Charmander looks like, and it can spit out fire. Oh, man. what a topic for tonight, man. It's gone a different way than I was expecting. As expected, everything does go different than I ever expect in our podcasts. So I had a lot of fun talking about Pokemon Go so far, and I think we should add a little bit more about it before we shut off on the subject because it is an interesting subject to me. And can you add something else, like one more interesting fact about Pokemon Go that we've missed here? Because I don't know, I've never played it. Like, is there anything else that's like interesting about it, like that I missed here, or is this the end?
Nighttail Fox is in there. You remember Naruto?
The what? What? Say that again?
You never you ever watched Naruto on Netflix?
No.
Yeah, you gotta
Let's
watch
keep
Naruto.
it.
It's apparently.
Let's keep it Pokemon here. All Pokemon all the time here. We're keep it.
I am keeping up. You're asking about Pokemon Go.
You,
I won't spoil the thing, but when when you get off of here, you got Netflix.
no.
You got YouTube.
Yeah.
Go on YouTube. Naruto season 1. Just keep watching, man. His Pokemon when he reached, honestly, Fox and 9. You put those two words together, it's on Pokemon Go. So yeah,
All right, ladies and
go on
gents.
you search that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's enough videos probably on YouTube alone about explaining what Pokemon Go is, but I think me and American Mech we had some fun explaining it tonight. I feel like Mech is ready to change up the subject here to something else. I don't know. Are you ready to like change it up here? If you have more to say, we could talk more on it. I thought that was a good subject. We brought our own originality to it, and we brought some value to people in a new way. So
Hey, I think about right end it and say you watch Naruto tonight on YouTube. You're gonna thank me later. It's an awesome show. And after you're done watching that, go to Baruto.
well, can you since we're gonna end off on this, can you tell me what those shows are about, or the Narex a little bit about that one?
Okay, Naruto. He, I really can't fucking tell you what it's about. You just gotta fucking watch it. It's a fucking good anime show where they got really good fucking abilities and a sensei, not sensei, but like teacher. Fuck. Now I'm gonna watch it tonight. But to remind myself a bit. But yeah, literally, they got a bunch of different abilities, and you wash her with her hands, like learning new tricks, and just the spear and repair and blah 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 blah. And yeah, they learn shit, man. Just fucking watch it. You'll thank me later. It's a really fucking good show if you like Mortal Kombat.
I do like Mortal Kombat. I can speak to you on that for a moment, but Naruto is what you're saying. I think I've heard of it actually. The name Naruto. I have seen the name before. An anime show. Is it humans that are doing have superpowers?
Are you talking about Naruto?
Yeah, the one that you mentioned that I should watch. Is that humans that have superpowers?
It's anime, but the humans are playing the the voices and shit. So it's like us, but in anime. Just watch it. You'll thank me fucking tomorrow, and you'll fall in love with it.
It's huge.
And maybe one of them will make you realize who you are.
Okay, what is anime though? Like, what does anime mean?
humans but animated and untrue shit. That's false.
Okay.
Or I think I said it wrong, but that's the best way I can put it right now. You want to
Do,
close this out?
yeah, that's cool. Do they speak? Do they speak in the anime, or is it like just like without speaking?
It's English. It's English.
Oh, word. Nice.
Yes.
I had a great time with this podcast, man. Thank you for explaining this to us. You brought a lot of value to me. you.
Get Netflix if you want to watch a good shit.
I don't
It's
care.
$10 a month.
Yeah, I'm done with Netflix. I used to
Really?
I used to have it, man. I'm done with it because all this crap is on there that the Netflix supports some of my opposition. It's like this whole thing. I do like some of the shows on there though. For example, one of my favorite shows that I ever watched on Netflix was Breaking Bad. I was a huge fan of the Breaking Bad series. I also watched the series of the Bikers, which was like a motorcycle series. I'm trying to remember what it was. Do you remember? Do you know what I'm talking about? Biker, uh, Anarchy, something of Sons of Anarchy. I think that was it. Sons of Anarchy was another one that I watched on Netflix. What else did I watch on Netflix when I had it? I'm trying to think. I think those are the two main ones. Um, I do think they had. Did they had? They had that one movie that was good that came out recently too. That was something or other. Any series? What's your favorite series on Netflix that exists that you would recommend? I recommended two of them that I like. That I liked. I thought they were good. Uh, anything?
Flash and Arrow.
What was it?
The show Flash, the show Arrow.
Okay.
Green Arrow.
What is Green Arrow? Is that a superhero, right?
Yep.
I
If
think
you actually install Netflix again, you can watch all of them. That is Supergirl. That and Karate Kid. That Karate Kid 2, Karate Kid 3, Cobra Kai, um, if I
can we
would turn on my TV right now, I could show you a lot more, but
before we close
yeah,
out?
there's a lot more good shit.
But before we close out, I do have one more question for you. Can you explain what Green Arrow is to me and like his superpowers and who he is? Because I know. Does he have a bow and arrow? I'm assuming. Like, what's he like?
Yes, it's got a bow and arrow, but yes, he does he does not have a superpower. He just know how to dodge, know how to react, and also apparently knows how to
Love it.
dodge bullets and shit, like real shit. And he also saved a lot of people and took away the crimes about what he thought was right, and decided like you deserve to be dead and blah blah blah. Like his dad apparently made a list and he went through it and was like die 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 die, and
Hmm.
then started to rethink the list like towards the end, and then he was like different way, and then okay, that's all I can say because I don't want to ruin the ending for anybody else because the ending is sad on the way he goes, but
Oh, wait. Is it a movie or
it's a great.
is it a movie or a TV
It's not a
series?
lie. It's a TV series.
Okay.
That and the Flash.
Is it also like a comic book hero or is this like the only?
I haven't seen comics. I really haven't looked at comics in a long time, but I wouldn't surprise me if Green Arrow was a comic book series mate.
And last kind of question is Green Arrow. Why is he called? I'm assuming it's a he and not a she. Is that
He
correct?
wore all green in a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
leather suit.
Okay.
He dated the hottest fucking blonde that you could think of.
Yeah.
Because he was super shredded. Even if I remember right, he was in prison for something stupid and just like worked out all the fucking time and um just fucking look at the show. You'll
Okay.
thank me fucking later.
Okay.
He's fucking super hot.
Last,
Well, for
last.
girls at least, not me, but just fucking look him up. It's a good fucking show.
Super duper last question. Alpha American Mech. Could you kick it? Could you kick Green Arrow's ass
In a boxer fight,
in any time? Yeah.
in a boxer fight,
In
yes, I fucking
every
got
type
him
of
all
fight.
day.
Uh,
In every type way, in a bow and arrow. I don't know, to really do have faster refreshes, I probably could grab an arrow, but that'd be fucking
yeah.
hard. I don't fucking know, man. That would be like a one a fucking test right there. That's like a 50-50 if I fucking could. Especially if my family life was on the line, I'd be like, come at me, bro. With a fucking arrow. Me with
50.
a fucking bow and arrow. I'd be like, if my family was on a danger and friends, fucking probably, but me being myself, I don't fucking know. Unless he fucking threatens me first, then yeah, probably fucking good, because you threaten me on my life and whatnot, yeah, I probably fucking could kill you. But I'm not a fucking killer, so I'm fucking not.
I like
But
that. I think
you do that
yeah.
shit, I already know how to
That's
fucking
alpha.
box. I probably got fast like reflexes, where I can probably just fucking grab a bow and arrow, like, shoot right in the hand.
I think that's a pretty ample way to end the podcast off tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the Pedal to the Metal podcast with me and American Mech. 2024 is going to be lit. We have so much planned, and I hope this audio came out well tonight. And I hope this actually was like, we did record it, and I hope everything came out. Because I fucked up on one of our best podcasts of the year already, which you all missed, but things are going to get better. Things are getting better all the time here, and I hope you all enjoyed this. Mech is going to give us a good closeout, as he does. Let's go, Mech.
Especially with some questions you gave me, Chadwick. I hopefully answered them all right, and I think I did. But cheers, mate.
Cheers. 2024
Well,
podcast. Let's go.
alright, y'all have a great fucking wonderful night. You know how he's like to do it. We're gonna be here for fucking 50, 60 fucking years or something like that. You fucking know how he's like to do. First the day we fucking die. We are always gonna keep you company talking about shitty shit, talk. And we're gonna be doing super reference on shows and shit like that. And hopefully one of these days we're gonna show you how to fucking break a board, and that's gonna be your board Mike Saturday fucking can break a board. No fact. I got the name here. He can actually tell you, yeah, he can actually break a fucking board. But yeah, y'all have a fucking great wonderful night. We fucking love y'all. We love y'all.